Hello everyone and welcome back to Lord of the Rings, the Third Age with me, Halling Majako HM Jack. And as we load into Eregion, I must state, it has been a wee while since I've recorded this, and I was supposed to be recording Pokemon Colosseum right now. However, that sort of fell through because I pressed play on my emulator and this is the game that loaded. Anyway, tickety boo, let's go. What was the button to zoom out? There we go. I can't remember what button I pressed to, oh god, zoom out the map. There we go. This is not the way we're heading, that's the way we just went. In this episode, we will be finishing this section of Eregion. Now, Eregion is the shortest one in terms of it's the quickest to get through. It's not the smallest map. The smallest map is, which is the 6th area we're at, the ending of the Two Towers segment, because this would be the Fellowship of the Ring segment. So, we're here now. We get a chest here. Party King's Fall. We can save again. Might as well. And we're about to get another character, which means you say goodbye to Idril, because we won't be using her. Though I will be, as I mentioned, I will be grinding her up off screen for that one segment where you have to use her. That's in the ending of the 7th area. I don't know if I went through what all the places are. I might as well just do that. It's not like it's any big spoilers. So you got Eregion here, Western Moria, Eastern Moria, the East Eminent Gullies, Rohan, home of the Horse Lords, Helm's Deep, Osgiliath, Minas Tirith, and Pelennor Fields, or as they're going to be going to Moria from the film, the first half of Moria, the last half of Moria. In the ending of the first film, Gimli mentions going through Emyn Muil, and basically this is takes the place of Fangorn because they didn't want to do a big forest, so they just did another way round to Rohan, which is the gullies, which you do see right at the end of the Fellowship. You see Frodo and Sam standing there looking at some rocky red mountains. Rohan, it's just Rohan when the wild men attack and orcs and shit. Helm's Deep, it's the Battle of Helm's Deep. It is the best part in the game, in my opinion. Second best, actually, because there's a part where we'll get to that when we finished Eregion, because that's be the first of the bonus episodes, which I'll be doing in between, going from place to place. Minas Tirith is just, you're at the siege of Minas Tirith. Oh no, hang on, this is Osgiliath, isn't it? Yeah, Osgiliath, you're in Osgiliath when it gets attacked in the scene when Faramir's there and that guy he knows gets stabbed by Gothmog. Then Minas Tirith, you're there during the season of Minas Tirith with the Grund, that bit. Pelennor Fields is when the Mumakil arrive. You fight Mumakil, you fight the Witch King, and then you have the final boss of the entire game, which shall remain a spoiler free. Spoilers for the fighting the Witch King bit, but you do sort of fight a lot of people in this.
The dwarf came this way.
He is heavy for one so small.
Also, this is a cutscene I can keep in because it's an actually in-game cutscene.
Quiet, both of you.
Which I am talking through. I'm sorry, Barathor.
Well, Ranger, it's about time.
Oh damn! Oh, that lovely troll sound. Oh, I love this franchise so much. Anyway, as you see, we have Barathor, Idril, and Hadhod. We want to swap out Thingybob for Elegos. So let's just go we'll take Guardian Strike because Elegos doesn't get the little effects. So we press the same button moves to swap him out in the other bit. Press A, Elegos is back. This will be the team I'll be using for the most part of the game. Unless someone suggests I swap him out. But this is the team I play with the most because you'll see when I go into Hadhod's abilities. By the way, that's Hadhod, by the way. We press whatever button it is to bring up the thingy. There we go. Hadhod's Dwarf of Fundin clan. So we want to use Piercing Might to stop the troll's melee damage. Oh, we learn Peaceful as well. So you may guess that the troll himself does a lot of melee damage with his club. He has two moves, Troll Clubbing and Troll Swing, or Massive Swing I think, or something like that. Anyway, Hadhod has spirit powers. Stone Shield, which creates a shield that protects you for a certain amount. It's a bit like a not Mimic, what's it called? Substitute in Pokemon, only it doesn't take away your health. But it basically gives you like a quarter or half of your health protection for a few turns. And Flaming Fury, which is just like Loud Water Fury but fire. And then you've got Dwarven Cleave and Goblin Cleave. Goblin Cleave is good against goblins. We'll come to them in Moria. If you've seen the films, obviously. If not, then there are goblins in this game. Hadhod can be quite inaccurate at some points, I'd like to point out. Company Valor to increase our dodging skills and our hitting skills. And remind me, I need to check what he's learning because I don't really want to use these because I want to make sure I know what I'm learning with him. So let's just continue learning Arrow Flurry. That crit. Now trolls are slow, but they are brute force. They are tough to kill and they dish out a decent whack of damage, but they are generally they're slower, so they won't attack as often. Plus they're easier to hit as well, being, you know, a fucking 12-foot tall massive piece of flesh. Let's go for Company Might. Let's do more damage. Charge! Let's use another creature bane, shall we? Now obviously he's not a creature, he's not an animal, he's not a wall, so it doesn't do as much damage to him. Because technically everything is a creature, but, you know, logistics and stuff. Now, Hadhod will be a set level, so he might not be doing as much damage as the rest of us because he just isn't as strong as the rest of us. This is Fellowship Grace, by the way. As you see, Barathor's run out of AP, but he's gained some back. 33 to be exact, because you gain back a percentage of your max. It's either a percentage of your max or you just get back a set amount anyway. I just remembered a scene. Alright, Charles dead, Elo's killed him. Nice. Now you may be thinking, with Hadhod I was using his moves willy-nilly without the consequence of, well, there's stuff that I want to teach him. I actually like what he learns first, because he does actually have a choice. We shall not view this because copyright claims are not what I want. Anyway, Defy Waterfire, Dress Athelis. The only thing that is, I also get music copyright for the in-battle music, but I'll show you in the options. You can't turn the music off, so I'll have to get that done. So if it sounds weird when watching the video, that's because I've had to edit it. Anyway, what do we want? Well, we want to put, this is an odd one because he has a lot of health anyway. So I'm going to put all these into his lowest stat, so like this, and then one to dexterity and then one to constitution. There we go. Commit changes, and now equip. Let's start with Barathor. Nothing. 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 Oh, it isn't. No, nothing. Yes, stuff. Yeah, there's boiled black leather pauldrons and a black iron helm, and that's it. Now, where were we? Now I don't know why my button for changing character is going backwards, but hang on. My best is how it works. Anyway, we want to go to skills. Let's start with Israel, since you at the bottom. Stunning strike. Yeah, so I'll work on this stuff, you know, out of this. Hadhod. Now, yeah, see, it's the only one you can as well, actually. Yeah, crippling wound. It just does a bit of damage over a while, a bit like wounding slash. Crippling smash is the best of Hadhod's abilities. It costs 40, if I remember correctly, 40 AP. But it will slow the enemies that it cripples them. Crippling in this is basically, it slows them down. They don't attack as often. They move down in the chain. Which means if you go against one really strong enemy, like that troll, we could have just spammed the crippling smash when we can, and stop him from doing anything. And the reason why I play this set of team is, I may have already showed you, Legolas also has a crippling ability. I'll show you that in a second. Q armor just lowers the armor, it's not that good. Stone Hewitt is a spirit attack, but it's in this segment for reasons. It's just because it just gives him another range thing, because all spirit attacks are ranged. Mountain range is a 2-strike attack that you know when it misses because he just does a regular attack animation. Durin's Wrath is the exact same thing, but it's less accurate and stuns. Counter attack does exactly what it does in the Tim. Berserk is great because it increases it lowers his defense but increases his speed, which means it's quite strong as well. And then you move down to Spirit Cleave, another spirit attack. Spirit attack, no, just lowers the defense spirit. It's Mountain Hero, that's the other spirit attack. Smite always causes a critical hit. It's not as good as Berserk, because you'll find out in a second. Rampage of Durin is a 4-strike attack that looks really cool. And then Mountain Hero, I've never really used it. Mountain Shield, you may notice it goes on Mountain Shield first instead of Endure Flame with Damaging Shield. Mountain Shield is Stone Shield, but stronger and for everyone. And it gives one individual Stone Shield basically to everyone, but like a stronger Stone Shield. So you can break Hadhod's Mountain Shield, but the other 2 people will have the Mountain Shield. Flame to Ruin is just a big attack that burns people. Devastating Shield is Damaging Shield, but for everyone. And Dragon Calling is a big spirit dragon attack. So I'm going to go for Mountain Shield, Flame to Ruin, Devastating Shield, and then probably just Dragon Call. You don't really need these two. Actually, no, I'll go Endure Flame because it's the cheapest one he has. So I'll go Mountain Shield, then Endure Flame, then Flames of Ruin, then Devastating Shield and Dragon Calling, and then Damaging Shield. Because 30, yeah, it is 95, but Damaging Shield isn't really that good. All it does is it damage melee attacks, which isn't really that good. It just deals damage back. It's a bit crap, really. Passive skills. The one which I want to point out is this one. While in perfect mode, Hadhod will always give crits. And with Berserk, you have a very high chance of always getting triple criticals. Because there's critical, double critical, triple critical. Triple critical is, well, criticaling is, I think it's double. Then double critical is basically doubling the double, and then doubling the double. It's cool. And that's it. You also have yeah, that one. Dwarven Haze is also quite nice. But yeah, see, that's a while before we get that one. And then obviously them. So next is, where were you? 2 more on that. Arrows of Sleep. Beautiful. Oh, where's this crippling shot? It's in here, this one. Yeah, there. I'll be getting this one straight after arrow flow. Then I'll be getting blinding and draining. I don't really like draining. I don't really use it often. But yeah, crippling shot is really good. Because it's just the same as Hadhod's one. Yeah, he has to get Ranger Evade first. Do have to get them. You need a lot more to get that. And then you need 8 more to get that. And then I'll move you on to Shattering Strike, which is actually quite useful. All good. All turned up. Now, we will... I've almost finished this. Also, just to point out that when you swap to Hadhod in this, the camera has to move down as well. He's a dwarf, he's really small. It's also really hard to move around as him because he's just slower in general. So I generally like to sit with Berethor, main character status and all that palaver. So, we've done that. We come here, we save. And we're about actually to finish this episode off. I know it may seem like I could have just done this all in the last episode, but there's a lot of plot in this, I like to point out. And a big fight at the end. Because each area sort of has a boss fight. Ish. Western Moria doesn't have a boss fight. Neither does East Eminent Gullies. Yeah. Rohan Home the Horse Lord has 2 boss fights at the end. Ooh. We're at the scene from the film, the establishing shot showing that this is Moria with the big aqueduct that's broken. And you can't actually see where it goes over there. There is no aqueduct placed over there. So yeah. There obviously isn't the film, you just don't see it in the film. You assume in the world there is another place of the aqueduct. Anyway. We are actually about to get this, just up here is the final boss, just up there. Not final boss, just final boss of this area. But it will take me a rough while. And Berethor's actually useless, but yeah. I keep Berethor around because he can buff all my other guys and keep their AP and health coming back with Fellowship and Royal Grace. So it's basically a Hadhod and Thingbob affair until... yeah, basically it's just those two crippling them and keeping them asleep with Arrows of Sleep when that becomes a all-person entire sleeping thing. You can also upgrade Legolas' critical shot as well with his passive stuff. Anyway, find Moria's West Gate complete. This is Moria's West Gate. You may notice that up there is the part where you get Legolas up there. And you may also notice that there is really weird water texture in this game. See? Really weird water texture. It is just reflecting everything on the top, just not showing you what's underneath there. But it's also trying to make it look like there is stuff underneath there. But it's not, it's just reflecting everything. See? Reflections. And then obviously there's the aqueduct, which has actually got water going in it. I've never actually noticed that. It's neat. Anyway.
Look! Elves prowl the shore. Get them all! What is this thing? Prepare to fire! Fire!
Now, you may be wondering, how the fuck are we fighting the Watcher in the water? Well, there is a reason. For you see, you may notice a few of its tentacles have stubs because we're fighting it after it's already fought the other guys and has broken the door. So we need this guy to break the door open for us, as you'll see in the cutscene once we beat him. And as you can see, Berethor can't actually attack him, but you can still buff us with Company Valor, Company Might, Fellowship Grace. And you don't really need Stand Fast, but I'll just use it for the PP anyway. PP? SP. AP is your PP, sort of. We will be using Piercing Might and Piercing Will just to use them. Although I think I'll use Fellowship Grace next instead of Company Might. The dodge of the Tentacle Whip? Yeah. Yes, Tentacle Whip. I can't remember. He's got frenzy tentacles, something like that. And then basically he has one that he's a spirit attack that attacks everyone, and then 2 physical attacks. One hits one person, the other one hits everyone. So with Hadhod, he can only use Flaming Fury really. So this is mainly an Eregion. We want to protect Eregion with the stone shield. Yeah. Cling, Bachoo. Which use Fellowship Grace, so Barrister and Hadhod can keep regenerating their AP. And then by lowering its spirit defense with Pierce Will, it just means that when Hadhod has done his thing, he can just start firing shit out of these guys. You can grind up to teach Hadhod Mountain Shield before you get into this fight, but Mountain Shield, I believe, has a 200 cost usage, so. And you see, he will run out of it, so we also use Hadhod for just using some generic items on people as well. You think? Riki's about it. Yeah, no, he's just. This is going to be a very dull fight for me in terms of speaking. Yeah, hopefully it's an entertaining fight for you. And then we will get into the beginning part of Western Moria, because we need to save. Creature Bane? No, not Creature Bane. Yeah, Creature Bane, yeah, because we're close to learning Arrow Flurry. Because this is a big long fight. And it isn't actually the last time we fight the Watcher, because, spoiler alert, you fight him again later on. They didn't really explain why. I think we just to give a sort of little thing. Anyway, we want to use. We can use Taunt Foe as well, so he's only attacking Hadhod. So I might actually do that. But first off, we want to use. No. We want something we've got a lot of. We don't really have a lot of stuff yet. Just use Lembus on yourself, please, Hadhod. And we'll start you off with that Flaming Fury then. After we've given you a Stone Shield, of course, before you die. Berethor can use this. He doesn't need to. No, I could swap him out for Idriel, but this is mainly an Elegist affair, because he's the only one who can really do any form of actual shit to him. Plus we need Berethor because Fellowship Grace is the only one that isn't permanent. Creature Bane! I think also he does classifies the creature as the Watcher, being a giant octopus. Arrow Flurry, yes, I can't remember what he learns after this. Oh, it'll be Blinding Shot, won't it? Yeah. We don't want to learn Blinding Shot. So going back onto Aimed Shot. Let's use Restore. The other one is, yeah, you want to restore some. The other one wants to restore greater. I'll leave you for later then. You then, my friend, can just use Company Might. Because unfortunately you haven't got everything gets reduced in its AP cost yet. Otherwise it wouldn't be a ball ache to use Fellowship Grace. Which may have run out by now. Let's check. Oh, wrong button. Oh, still there. Good. No, good. Let's just use this then. Diagonal Toby. There we go. Bit of a waste in the health department, but it's good for other people. Flaming Fury! Oh, it's good to see that without having glitchy animations and playing on the 360. Oh, it's brilliant. I'll get really pissed actually if none of this episode is recorded. Because I just remembered I haven't been saving in alternate slots like a smart person does. Still a moron. Aimed Shot, please. It's a relatively boring fight, is this one. It's just the entire shot value goes off the mob. It's like you're fighting a Watcher, and then it's yeah. Also, when he uses Fellowship Grace, everyone gets a little boost in the next turn. So when you get it something that's just under 90 and you have enough AP, pretty much just spam it really and give everyone some extra shit. Now there's an interesting fact when you beat the Watcher in this, and that you don't see it disappear like you do other fights. As you will find out in just a tick when we beat it. Alright, so yeah, your shield's gone. That should be alright. You've got more stuff to do here. Just not the thing yet, so I could just use. Yeah, fuck it, let's look at Arrow Volley. There you go, just a little that. And I should beat it, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, there we go. Just goes to black and white, and then we get the experience, and then we get a little cutscene again. And everyone gets a level up. And no one got something here. Oh, we got Nimble Crafting! Yes! gives Berethor
Watch
something else to do.
Those tentacles are powerful.
Excellent. They're digging away in.
He has opened the gate.
I knew he was
I knew
good
he
for
was
something.
good for something.
Western girls. Western town to get his world. Eastern boys and Western girls.
Dwarf who first enters Moria.
Yeah, this is sort of a Hadhod focused cutscene segment we'll get to go into.
Rumors are true. Balin has failed. My people have failed.
This fight took place decades ago.
Also, if you couldn't tell, he's
Their
meant to be
bodies
based on
returned to
Gimli.
dust.
These great dwarf lords stood here for thousands of years, Elf, and this abomination took place before them. I do not find that amusing. Some small measure of their great power remains hidden here. I can feel it.
Let me help you reclaim it. For your people.
Anyway, welcome to Moria. Nope, we're not viewing that. Actually, we can show off what it looks like. There we go. Ruins of the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah, there are sometimes you can just miss out on ones by just not going to a certain place. Anyway. Let's just go over and save. Also, I'll level up first and show you what I mean by that nimble crafting. So, oh yes, I could probably record the bonus episode after this. You'll see what it is in a second. Equip first, Berethor. Nimble crafting allows learning of the item crafting skills, which means when we go over to skills, we have a new one, craft item. And you see, just in one, we learn King's Foil. Yeah, that's it. So just one you learn. So basically, you craft King's Foil. You start off knowing how to do King's Foil, and then you just learn it, and then you can go on to learn Lembas stuff like that. You can only use these skills though, if you have the gem with you. Although I think once you've learned it, you can then you basically can only get SP with it once you have it when you have it equipped. Because otherwise you just can't access the thing. So when we go over to, oh god, wrong button. Other people, you see it's blocked out for them. So basically what I do is until we get the next one, which you get after Eastern Moria, which is, I believe that's the dark one. It's either dark or light. I think it's dark though. I'll give that to Berethor, and he basically learns all those. Because in craft items, you just get to craft stuff. The best one to learn, obviously, first is King's Foil. Then move straight on to Old Toby. Don't do Lembas, because that's just action points. Move on to Old Toby, because that's health and action points. And you can just pretty much craft all that. So when you get into fights like that, where Berethor can't do anything, you just craft stuff. But then you get one for light magic, one for dark magic. The light magic has stuff like Gift of Galadriel and all the Eregion powers, basically. That's why I don't use her. And then the dark magic one just gives you a few basically enemy powers, basically. And you just teach these to Berethor so you can do stuff. But yeah, who learnt stuff? You didn't. You didn't, obviously. You didn't. Why are you learning Energy of Flame? I clicked on fucking Mountain Shield. Actually, let's just learn Energy of Flame anyway. It won't take too long, and then we move on to Mountain Shield. Yeah, and after Cleaving Wood, yeah. Yes, you learned that. We went Crippling Shot next. And Out of Sleep, yes, okay. So now we do level ups. You have DOS. I think actually, hang on, have you. As Berethor, have you skills finished this? Yes, you did. You finished your Citadel. So he's finished his first one. Everyone else is one level lower than him, as you can see. So they haven't done it yet. Anyway, to Stats. Let's go. It's one in his highest in strength and one in his lowest in sped. Next person is Israel. We got. Oh, this goes into all the low ones, so we put them one in them. In fact, they just all go into that one, don't they? Fuck it. Next is Hadhod. He also does the same thing, so pretty much is that. You notice that Hadhod's will sort of be the most in flux, really, aside from his constitution. And then Elegos, who gets his in these, and then his dexterity. And there we go. All that done. We save now. But before I end this episode with my usual foray of talking, I will actually not save there, I will save down here. There we go. You can't actually see the thing up top where it says wrote to save, so can you? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we can now travel, which means we can go back to Eregion from the world map. This is the world map. So we got Eregion Western Moria, Eastern Moria, East Eminent Gullies, Rohan, Helm's Deep, Osgiliath, Minas Tirith, and then Pelennor Fields isn't here yet because obviously that war isn't there. It's just a place in between the two. But yeah. And now, when we leave this map, this area, we have congratulations, you have unlocked evil mode. Fight a silent minions to unlock unique weapons and items for your party. Select more. Yeah, I'll go through that in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which will be the bonus episode, which I'm going to record in just a second. So thank you so much for watching. Please like if you liked it, and subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.